Hi guys, today we are back outside. Our project will be to detail that vehicle. That's my 2018 Grand Cherokee SRT. It hasn't been detailed since early October of last year, and there is a lot of work to be done. You can see in the pictures I'm showing right now just how much work there is to do. The first thing I'm going to do is to take it to the car wash for a sort of pre-wash to get the bigger dirt off, so that when I do go to washing the outside of the vehicle, I'm just not stirring a bunch of dirt around and scratching my paint. So with that, I am headed to the car wash and I'll be right back. Okay, we are back from the car wash and the Jeep already looks a ton better, but we have a long way to go. The first thing I will do is get everything out of the Jeep, and then I will start with sort of a rough cleaning of the hard surfaces with a bucket of hot soapy water. One thing I want to say is that I use WeatherTech floor mats on the front passenger and driver side of the vehicle. I'm not sponsored by WeatherTech, but these have been a lifesaver and they do a great job of keeping the carpet clean, especially in the winter. Okay, let's get to cleaning those hard surfaces. Okay, I'm going to finish doing the rough clean of the inside and I'll be right back with you. The next step is to vacuum the inside of the vehicle. Now I've got my Dyson cordless vac here and a couple of different attachments that I will be using, so let's get right to it. Okay, that's beginning to look a lot better already. I am going to do the other 3 compartments and the back, and I'll be back with you. The inside of my Jeep has been vacuumed, and I did have to break out the powered head to get the back of the vehicle. We have a Rhodesian Ridgeback that I've mentioned before, and he sheds quite a bit, and I needed to use this to get that hair that had embedded itself into the carpet. The next step is cleaning the leather seats. I use these products, both are made by Meguiar's, again not sponsored, but I have the leather cleaner here and then the conditioner. So I will start with the cleaner to clean the seats and then finish with the conditioner. And incidentally, when I put the conditioner on, I will spray that on and rub it in and wait till it dries before buffing it off. Okay, while the conditioner is drying, I will repeat these steps in the other 3 compartments and I'll be back with you. The seats have been cleaned and conditioned. On the driver's side, I did go a step further. I took some of the conditioner and sprayed it on my finger and then wiped it on the areas where the leather was starting to crack from getting in and out of the vehicle. And I'm letting that sit for another 5 or 10 minutes before wiping that off, just to give it a little bit of extra conditioning. Okay, the next step is cleaning the carpets. So I am going to fetch our portable carpet cleaner and get that prepared, and I will be right back and we will clean that carpet together. Okay, I've got our portable carpet cleaner here, so I will get started cleaning carpets. Okay, that is one compartment down, 3 more plus the back to go. Incidentally, I am cleaning the carpets before I do my final detailed cleaning of the inside, just to make sure I wipe up any of the carpet cleaner that gets accidentally sprayed onto the plastic interior parts. So let's get to it. Okay, carpets have been cleaned. I should also mention that at the same time I did get the seats as well. So all of the soft surfaces on the inside of the vehicle have been detailed completely. Now with that, we will move on to the final step, which is to spray a cleaner and protectant onto the plastic parts of the vehicle. And speaking of that, let's get to it. Okay, this is the product that I will be using today for my plastic interior components cleaner and protector. Again, it's a Meguiar's product. It's a natural shine protectant. And again, I will follow a similar process to the leather cleaner in that I will spray it on my microfiber cloth and then wipe it on the surface and follow up with a buff. Last but not least, I am going to clean the inside of the windows. Today I'm using Chase's Home Value glass cleaner. Any kind of quality glass cleaner will work here. You just want to make sure it's streak free. And I'm also using a microfiber waffle weave cloth. Let's get to it. Okay, glass has been cleaned. I should also mention that I did take care to turn the vehicle on so I could roll down the windows and get the last little bit that's hidden at the top. It's just a nice touch so that when you roll down your windows, there isn't that dirt line that appears. I also cleaned the inside of the sunroof area, which took a little bit of flexibility shenanigans to get that, but that is clean as well. Now finally, the interior is complete. I will now move on to the exterior. It's getting kind of late in the day, so I think I am going to forego another exterior wash, but I will be taking my soapy water and cleaning the inside of the sills here and the vehicles to remove some of that built up dirt. And I will also be cleaning the wheels, and that's really the most important part because it's important to remove the brake dust that is built up over the last several months. So let's get to it. Before I get to the wheels, I'm going to give our floor mats a quick wash. Here we are at the first wheel. The items I will be using today are a stiff brush, a toothbrush, and I'll show you why for that. And then one of these detailing brushes, which is great for getting in by the lug nuts. I also have a bucket full of water with Simple Green. I like to use Simple Green because it's a great degreaser and it works really well on the caked on brake dust that we're trying to get off. So let me show you how I go about doing this. Okay, the first thing we will do is use the stiff brush to get the exterior of the wheel clean. I call it getting the big dirt off. And then I use the brush to get as far into the wheel details as I reasonably can. Okay, now I will use my detailing brush to get into the lug nuts. And I got this off Amazon. It actually came in a kit with several other car detailing brushes, so easily available, and it was pretty cheap. Now I will get into a little bit more of the area that the bigger brush couldn't. Okay, I think we are good there. Now we'll start using our toothbrush, and this is the whole magic of using this toothbrush. These details here are very hard to get into with any sort of brush, and the toothbrush happens to fit perfectly. So I just wet it and then get one side and then turn it around and get the other. So it's a very useful tool, and it costs nothing. And you can see by how black this is getting, how much brake dust gets built up in these crevices. And by the end of this process, my arms are going to be splattered with brake dust. It happens every time. I think we've gotten all of our little details here. Now we're going to get to the part that I really kind of hate doing because it's such a pain. But we're going to go back to our detailing brush, and what I'm trying to do is clean the brake pad here, or not the brake pad, the brake caliper. So I'll use the detailing brush again to get as much as I can. I'm not going to be able to get everything, but I'll be able to get the majority of it. And it's especially hard on these front brakes because there is so little clearance between the wheel and the brake. Okay, this is where I use the brush again. I actually flatten it out, press it against the brake, and try to get between the wheel and the brake. It's not easy, and this is where I get knuckles that get all bruised and knocked up because it's such a pain to get these areas, and close quarters for sure. So just flatten it out and work it around. Okay, just going to give one more kind of brush around here before I rinse the wheel off. Okay, I think that's as good as we're going to get. So let's see what our results are. I've got some clean water here. That looks pretty good. That's about as good as I'm going to get, I think. Now this is kind of my first pass at these wheels. When I wash the exterior of the vehicle, I'll probably have another go at these wheels to see if I can get a little bit more of the brake dust off. But this is looking pretty good considering there was at least 6 months of buildup. So we're going to call this good for today. Now all I have to do is repeat this on the other 3 wheels. The last thing I will do is apply tire shine to the tires. Again, this is a Meguiar's product. It's Endurance Tire Gel, and you simply wipe it on and then buff it off. And there you go, a fully detailed 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee. I am tired, I am filthy, but I am so satisfied. This is one of those jobs that I sort of love and hate at the same time. But in the end, I really enjoy it, and it makes driving my vehicle so much more pleasant because it's clean on the inside and outside. So let's take a look at some before and after pictures. I think you'll be surprised.